The name Lizzie Borden sends chills down your spine. Her story is one that has fascinated and horrified people for over a century. Her story is a dark stain on American history, a tale that has been passed down through generations, each retelling more chilling than the last. A tale of brutal murders, whispered suspicions, and lingering unease. The events that unfolded in that quiet town have left an indelible mark. On August 4, 1892, the peace of a quiet Fall River, Massachusetts home was shattered. The tranquility of the town was forever disrupted. Andrew and Abby Borden, a wealthy and well-respected couple, were found brutally murdered in their home. The weapon, a hatchet. The brutality of the crime shocked the nation. The prime suspect, their own daughter, Lizzie. The trial that followed was one of the most sensational in American history. Lizzie Borden's story is not just a historical footnote. It is a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk behind closed doors. It's a chilling reminder that some mysteries never die. The questions surrounding the case remain unanswered to this day. The Borden House, now a museum and bed and breakfast, is said to be one of the most haunted places in America. Visitors from all over the world come to experience its eerie atmosphere. Guests report strange noises, cold spots, and even apparitions. The sense of unease is palpable. Is it just their imaginations running wild, or is there something more sinister at play? Or could it be the restless spirits of Andrew and Abby Borden seeking justice? Theories abound, but the truth remains elusive. Or perhaps even more unsettling, is it the lingering presence of Lizzie herself? The mystery of Lizzie Borden continues to captivate and terrify. The Borden family seemed ordinary from the outside. They were a well-known family in their community, respected and seemingly harmonious. But behind closed doors, tensions simmered. The facade of normalcy hid deep-seated resentments and unspoken conflicts. The relationship between Lizzie and her stepmother, Abby, was strained. They often clashed over household matters, and their interactions were filled with underlying hostility. On that sweltering August morning, the unthinkable happened. The air was thick with heat and tension, setting the stage for a tragic event. Andrew Borden, Lizzie's father, was taking a nap on the living room sofa. He had no idea that danger was lurking so close. Suddenly, the silence was broken by the sickening thud of a hatchet. The sound echoed through the house, a harbinger of the horror to come. Again and again the blade fell, silencing Andrew forever. The brutality of the attack was shocking, leaving no room for doubt about the killer's intent. Upstairs, Abby Borden was making the bed in the guest room. She was unaware of the tragedy unfolding downstairs. She never saw the shadow that fell upon her. The attack was swift and merciless. The same gruesome fate awaited her. Abby's life was brutally cut short in a matter of moments. The killer struck with chilling precision, leaving a scene of unimaginable brutality. Blood stained the walls and floors, a testament to the violence that had occurred. When the authorities arrived, Lizzie Borden seemed oddly calm, almost detached. Suspicions mounted as her demeanor did not match the horror of the scene. The weapon, a hatchet, was found in the basement, but it had been meticulously cleaned. This raised even more questions about the true nature of the crime. Could this have been the work of a cold, calculating killer in their midst? The mystery of the Borden murders would haunt the community for years to come, leaving everyone to wonder about the true story behind that fateful day. The trial of Lizzie Borden captivated the nation. Newspapers devoured every detail, painting a picture of a family divided and a daughter shrouded in suspicion. The evidence against Lizzie was circumstantial. There were no eyewitnesses, no bloodstains on her clothing. Yet the brutality of the murders, the lack of other suspects, and Lizzie's peculiar demeanor all pointed towards her. The defense argued that the police had rushed to judgment, focusing solely on Lizzie while ignoring other possibilities. They suggested that an intruder could have committed the murders, pointing to the unlocked side door of the house. The jury deliberated for only a few hours before returning with a verdict: not guilty. Lizzie Borden was free to go, but the cloud of suspicion never truly left her. Despite her acquittal, Lizzie Borden could never escape the shadow of that horrific August day. She remained in Fall River, living a comfortable life thanks to her inheritance. But she was ostracized by society, forever branded as the woman who might have gotten away with murder. Lizzie lived a quiet life, surrounded by a handful of loyal friends who believed in her innocence. She died in 1927, taking her secrets to the grave. But the story of Lizzie Borden, the gruesome murders, and the unanswered questions refused to die with her. The legend lived on, whispered in hushed tones and passed down through generations. Today, the Borden House stands as a chilling monument to that fateful day, forever etched in the annals of true crime history. Now a museum and bed and breakfast, it attracts those drawn to the macabre, eager to spend a night in the very rooms where the infamous murders occurred. Visitors come from far and wide, hoping to catch a glimpse of the paranormal. But be warned, many who enter those hallowed halls claim to encounter something beyond the realm of the living. The air is thick with stories of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena. Guests report feeling a strange heaviness in the air, a palpable sense of dread that seems to cling to the very walls. Cold spots send shivers down their spines, as if an unseen presence is brushing past them. Footsteps echo in the dead of night, yet no living soul is found. The creaking floorboards tell tales of their own. Whispers seem to emanate from the walls themselves, carrying tales of violence and despair. Some say they can hear faint cries and murmurs, as if the past is trying to communicate. Is it just the power of suggestion? Or perhaps the mind playing tricks in the dark? Or is something truly sinister at play within the walls of the Borden House? The mystery remains unsolved, leaving visitors to ponder the true nature of the hauntings. Paranormal investigators have flocked to the Borden House, eager to document the strange occurrences reported within its walls. EMF meters spike erratically, suggesting fluctuations in electromagnetic fields, often associated with spirit activity. EVP recordings capture disembodied voices, whispering names and pleas for help. Cameras have captured unexplained anomalies, shadows moving independently, objects moving on their own. Psychics who have visited the house claim to sense the presence of multiple spirits, each with their own story to tell. The evidence, while often debated, is hard to ignore. Something unusual is happening at the Borden House, something that defies rational explanation. Countless visitors to the Borden House have reported chilling encounters. Guests have described seeing the ghostly apparition of a woman in a long white gown, believed to be Abby Borden, wandering the upstairs hallway. Others claim to have seen Andrew Borden himself, sitting in his favorite chair, his face contorted in an eternal grimace. One of the most common experiences reported is the feeling of being watched, of an unseen presence lurking just beyond sight. Children, often more sensitive to the spirit world, have reportedly burst into tears, claiming to have seen scary people in the house. These eyewitness accounts, while subjective, paint a disturbing picture of a house haunted by the tragic events of its past. The murders of Andrew and Abby Borden remain unsolved to this day. No one was ever held accountable for the brutal crime that shocked the nation. The passage of time has done little to diminish the fascination with this enduring mystery. The Borden House stands as a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. The case continues to inspire books, movies, and documentaries, each attempting to shed light on the events of that fateful August day. Theories abound, but the truth remains elusive. Did Lizzie Borden commit the murders, escaping justice through a combination of cunning and luck? Or was she an innocent woman, forever haunted by the crimes that shattered her family? You decide. The story of Lizzie Borden is a chilling reminder that some mysteries are never truly solved, The evidence is compelling, the stories unsettling. But ultimately, it is up to each individual to decide what they believe. Is the Borden house truly haunted by the spirits of those who met their untimely end within its walls? Is Lizzie Borden's presence still felt, her spirit forever tied to the scene of the crime? Visit the Borden house yourself, spend a night in one of its haunted rooms. Listen to the stories, feel the energy, and see if you can unravel the truth behind the legend. But be warned, you may not like what you find.